All right, guys, this week I'm gonna give you some of the biggest keys to make sure you always consistently hit that high soft shot around the green. I think one of the biggest issues players have is when they get into impact, they start getting their hands too far ahead through impact. Now, I noticed this is a problem that came back from the days when I was learning how to play golf. We were all told to hinge and hold. So hinge up, get an angle, hold it and release it. Now that led to a whole bunch of issues with body movements through the strike that we really need to address. Now golf clubs have been built way better since then. We can really use the bounce. Our understanding of how the body needs to move has become a lot better, and we can efficiently move our hands and interact with the ground a lot better than we used to be able to. So one of the first keys, when I set up to a golf ball, I want to make sure I'm not starting with my hand forward at all. I want everything to get vertical, okay? So my pressure is about 50-50 when I set up for one of these little soft chip shots here. And when I go back, I don't want anything to lean forward at any point. When I'm rotating through, I'm gonna have a nice balanced finish, but I'm not gonna lean my chest forward. I'm not gonna lean my hands forward. If I start doing any of that, then I'm gonna get in trouble where I have that shaft leaning and I'm not able to utilize the bounce angle on the bottom of the club to effectively strike the golf ball. I'm looking for a lot of ground interaction when I hit this shot. So one of the big keys when I start taking the club back is making sure the club face gets into a good position. When I go back, I don't want to see this face curl down. Now, if I'm hitting a long iron, if I'm trying to hit my driver, I want to see that toe start curling down towards the ground. That puts it in a position where it's under control and square with that shaft lean that we're looking for. We're not looking for that with this shot at all. So remember, we want to get in here. When we start coming back, we want to feel that toe is getting up in the air. So to do that, I'm going to start extending my wrist. I'm going to feel like in the first part of my backswing, I'm getting those knuckles on my lead wrist to curl up. If I can get that curl up from my knuckles, I'm keeping that face more open, okay? And then when I go up to the top, I'm going to get a little bit of hinge here, but the face is going to stay square. When I work through, I'm going to feel as though my hands release through impact. I'm going to get that big release. I'm going to put loft on that club, and I'm going to keep the loft on the club through the entire strike. That's one of the biggest keys to making sure that I hit this shot the way I want. Maintain loft the entire time. Now, in terms of my body angle, I want to make sure that I'm not driving. When I get in here and I start driving through impact with my chest, that's going to get me in a position where I get my hands ahead. I want to do everything I possibly can to make sure that club's up and down, including extending up with my body through impact. So when I get in here, it is going to be a taller finish from my chest. I'm going to feel as though my stomach moves towards my target and my chest hangs back a little bit. That's going to put me in that position where that club's just going to release around me. Now, with my hands, I'm going to feel as though I'm releasing them through impact, almost like a little scoop. I want to feel as though the bottom of the club is banging into the ground every time I hit this shot. Just a simple little thud. Now there's not a big divot there. I'm just scraping the grass with each one of my shots. Being able to control and feel like I'm thudding the back of the club into the ground is going to put me in a position where I use the bounce properly. So if I get in here, I want to remember, I don't want my feet very wide apart when I set up. I'm going to get that shaft straight up and down. When I go back, I'm going to feel as though my lead wrist has its knuckles pointed more up in the air, and I have extension in that wrist. When I follow through, I'm going to work my chest into extension every time. That will put me in a position where I can use the bottom of the club to make sure the ball pops up in the air. Now, this is not the flop shot. This is just that soft pitch shot. You can use it for short shots, you can use it for longer shots, but it is absolutely critical that you understand how you can get the ball up in the air and stop it. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, we'll see you next week. Hey guys, if you like this video, hit like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. I come out with new content every Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Thanks a lot, guys.